Hi there, Lisa Rana here from Dollhouse Designs. Today's video is all about using deco foil with stamped images. I'm turning these lovely stamps into some gorgeous cards with some shiny gold foil. I'm featuring the Believe in Magic stamp set by Unity Stamp Company, plus some sayings from the Just Plain Christmas greetings, and a great background that I love called Distressed Dots. So I've gathered all my supplies together, and to make this all happen, I have the deco foil from Thermoweb and the reactive paint from Heidi Swap in the Mink line. I have my stamp ready to go in my Misty, and I'm just going to put down a little bit of that paint on my craft mat. It's very runny and it does dry quickly, so we have to move pretty fast. I'm grabbing a makeup sponge to apply this to my stamp, and I am moving very quickly, dabbing this on, trying to cover everything evenly. And once I feel like I got good coverage, I'm just stamping that down onto my cardstock. Now it's very sticky, so when I pull this up, it's going to move my image, but I feel like I got a really good impression. This is distressed dots, so I know those dots aren't going to be covered evenly, but that's the look of the stamp. So next I'm getting those ornaments all set to be stamped with that reactive paint. And again, I'm moving very quickly and trying to get everything evenly covered using that makeup sponge, kind of doing a dabbing motion and then stamping that before it dries. And then I did wash my stamps right away. I didn't want to let this stuff dry on my stamps because it did get harder to remove as it dried. Now I use a regular laminator. I got this off Amazon. It's just a simple laminator. I'm using some parchment paper as a carrier sheet, and I just laid down my gold foil over my cardstock, and I'm running this through my laminator. It's on the 5mm setting, and I did let this machine warm up for at least 30 minutes before I used it. I want it to be really nice and hot. And I only had to run it through once. So as it goes through here, I did that and the ornaments, and now I'm just going to reveal the image, and it worked out so well. Like I said before, this is a distressed look, so those were meant to look like they're not fully covered, and then my ornaments covered beautifully with that reactive paint. Next, we're just going to stamp and emboss our sentiments using some Versamark embossing ink, and then covering that with some gold embossing powder and heat setting that with my tool. Again, I let my heat tool heat up for at least 30 to 60 seconds to get nice and hot, and then hold it close to my paper so it melts that embossing powder quickly so I don't get as much warping. And now we're just going to layer up the card here. I have a die cut piece of black cardstock that I'm laying over some craft cardstock. And then I die cut down my polka dot background here and glued that straight down. I also created a black mat for the ornaments, and all of this is layered down, all one layer, because I want to be able to mail this card out for Christmas. And so the only layer that's going to be popped up is my ornament, and I'm just punching in some holes at the top here because I'm going to thread some twine through. So I'm threading that through the back, getting that through those holes, and then just prepping that to hold my sentiments. Just going to tie one quick knot, and then I have my two sentiments trimmed down into banners, and I'm going to hole punch the top here because I want them layered and then held in place using that twine. So now I'm going to trim off the excess off the top and then thread my twine through those sentiments again. and then tie everything off with a bow. Now I'm just going to notch out the ends of my little banners, cutting down the center and then cutting from each edge. That way I know that the notched end will be perfectly symmetrical. Just an easy way to create a banner. And then now that I have all of that ready to go at the top of my center panel here, I'm just going to pop this up with some foam adhesive and lay that down right in the middle. So here is our finished card with those stamped images with gold foiling. And I did tack down that top sentiment, but I did leave the one below free to kind of be moved around so it could be read. I just love all that shine from the gold foiling and how easy this is going to be to mail out during Christmas time. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you liked it. Plus, if you have any questions or sweet comment, post below. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.